Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm Nick and this is Winter's Camp. Happy New Year. I wanted to come out in the woods today and see if you guys can try to help me ID the pack that I've had for a while that I got on eBay. It's an old school brown label Gregory. I've tried to do a bunch of Google searches on this pack and I've come up with absolutely nothing. So I'll find a spot to where I can show it off for you guys, and guys help me ID on the model of this guy. What's up YouTube? And I'm out here today because I want you guys to help me ID this old Gregory backpack that I found on eBay. I asked a ton of questions about it before I bought it, and the best the lady could do for me was stuff the sack all the way and then hold the yardstick to it so I could try to get a good gauge on how big this pack was before I decided to make an offer on it. And I forgot my measuring tape, but I have an app on my phone, and I got a rough estimate on how many liters this pack is. And before I go into that, the brown label tells me that this pack is probably somewhere early 80s, so this thing's probably pushing almost 40 years old. But anyway, if you do a little Google search on the history of Gregory, the different color labels will depict the age of the accessory or the backpack. But anyway, have you guys seen anything like this? I mean, it's got leather zipper pulls everywhere, which I think is kind of cool. You know, it looks more civilian. It looks more of like a bushcraft type of backpack. And everything I got in here now, I could stay the night here if I wanted to. I have a tent in here. I have about 1.5 liters of water. I got a sleeping bag down in here. It's the intermediate cold bag. I got it compressed really well. Now, the whole MSS will probably not fit in here. It definitely will not fit in here. It's pretty tight right now being in this sleeping bag compartment. But if you were to spend a little bit extra money on a feather down sleeping bag that can compress a little bit better, then for sure this would be a good winter type bag for you to be out and about in. And the thing carries so nice. I mean, I've noticed on the frame that the frame itself reminds me of the UM-21 pack that they issued to the Army. I want to say probably early 90s or so is when the UM-21 came out, and that was also a Gregory pack. But the lid comes off. The lid can be adjusted because you can overpack this guy if you needed to. But I don't really have it overpacked, and the dimensions I was getting was about 14 inches wide down here, 11 inches wide up here, and the depth was about 8 inches. And if this thing was packed all the way out here, probably 36.5 inches or so, so it's right around the 65 liter pack. But with the lid, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's a 70 liter pack because I can fit a bunch of stuff in this lid.
Now this pack is pretty decently built, and I'm not sure if this is a nylon material or not, but it feels more like a rugged canvas. So as far as the Cordura goes, I don't think this is Cordura, but it does have YKK zippers. Really love the leather pull tabs, and I noticed the buckles on here, they are ITW Nexus. Imagine that. That's what the military uses on pretty much all their packs they've ever come out with. So right away this is telling me that this is a robust pack. And like I said, I've done a lot of research on trying to find out exactly what model this is, and I'm stumped. I haven't seen a whole lot of these on eBay, maybe one other time, and it was a different color. This one's a really cool neutral gray with just a hint of olive in it. I like it a lot. And when you find an old pack like this, the first thing that usually goes on them are these things. So these are extra lashing points on your backpack. I don't know if this is a lashing point for a couple of pouches that go on here, or if they're just for attaching your jacket or trekking poles. But usually these are trashed right off the bat if it's a pack that's been used a lot.
Anyway, the lady said she used this pack one time and it sat in the closet pretty much after that, and it shows. I mean, I'm not even sure I want to use this as a, you know, a backpacking backpack. It really is, to me, a collector's item because it's such in good shape, and I would really hate to beat it up. So, you know, that's the cool thing about, you know, being an outdoorsman and being a backpacker and a camper, is you find cool things like this. And it's just a cool piece of history, you know, on how a company like Gregory has come along, you know, with technology and whatnot. This pack probably weighs about 6 pounds. It's not too heavy, but you know, some of the newer stuff is way lighter. Probably not as durable, but this is a nice collector's item here. And for a pack this age, I believed every bit of what the lady told me, that she used this one time. Just one time and put it away. And it shows. There's nothing wore on any part of the frame here, which is adjustable. Some of the rivets here have a little bit of corrosion, but it's not bad. And this frame here is plastic, and you can make your adjustments for your torso length right here. And this is what kind of made me think that maybe this might have been a prototype to a UM-21, because the UM-21 backpack that the military used, and Gregory had made that for the military, same kind of frame almost. And the waist buckle is pretty beefy, and this is a medium size hip belt, and it fits the hips really good. This thing probably got it loaded up with about 35-40 pounds of stuff right now, and I probably could have hiked all day with it and not even knew it was back there. Your sternum strap, that's also ITW Nexus hardware. It does have load lifters on it. It's got 2 compression straps on each side with Fastex buckles. Just a really decent pack for its age. Hopefully you guys can help me out with IDing this guy. I'd really like to get another one. If I can find one on eBay, I might just pick up another one and keep this guy in storage just as a collector's item, because I can't see taking this guy out and roughing it up. It really is just a nice piece. I really love the hilt bit on this thing. Locks in nice, and I like having these pull tabs right here where you can really cinch it down really good, and it'll sit there and right on your hips, nice, the way it's supposed to, the way any backpack's supposed to, any good backpack. I don't have the shoulder straps tensioned yet. It's just kind of hanging there off of me.
You know, and that's good. That's a good comfortable backpack when you don't need to have your shoulder harness tensioned down real tight. Keeps the load off your shoulders and on your hips, and it really makes your height comfortable. And I'll put a little bit of tension on them now. But it's got adjustments on the hip belt here to keep the pack close to you, so it's not flopping around when you're going up and down steep grades and stuff like that. But this is nice. I mean, I was really wanting to look for another one so that this one can stay in the closet as my collector's item. But it's nice and tight. It doesn't wiggle around a whole lot. Bend over with it and it feels really stable. And I would say for this pack's time, when it was out on the market, it was probably one of the best ones you could probably get. Now I also noticed on this pack that it has a couple of rows of Molly Pals webbing on top of the lid here. As you can see, it's a good lashing point there for a jacket, or you can put an accessory pouch on there. But yeah, it's a good pack, guys. Also, on both sides, you have a mesh pocket here for a canteen or a water bottle or whatever your little heart desires to put in there. Both are really strong, like a rubberized mesh. I also noticed on the hip belt, I'll bring the pack over here and show you guys. On the hip belt here, you have this rigid material here, some kind of poly ABS material that really helps with the rigidity of your hip belt here. And that's, I think, is one of the reasons why it rides so nice, is because it's rigid. Alright guys, I really appreciate you know, watching this video, and I really hope y'all can help me out. Gregory, brown label, approximately 70, maybe even 75 liter pack. It looks like an old mountaineering pack, so hopefully you guys got a good look at it and you guys can help me do some research. I really appreciate it, guys. I want to wish you all a Happy New Year while I'm out here. Be my first time out in the woods this year. I couldn't have picked a better day. The weather's not too bad. Probably about 35 degrees right now, and I'm only wearing a couple of light layers. No wind. A little bit soupy. We got a lot of wind and rain last night. Today's pretty calm. I haven't heard any wildlife. The birds have been kind of quiet. I think everything's kind of recuperating from last night. Man, really hearing my footsteps on how muddy it is, but it's muddy. My wife said, hey, take the dog. I'm like, hey, how about no? Really hope everyone had a good New Year. I got some new camera gear on the way, and I hope it makes my channel a little bit more, you know, higher quality. I hope you guys are appreciating everything that I'm taking the time to do, and I appreciate you all. And I hope everyone has a good New Year's resolution, and I hope everyone can take care, make themselves better. But I hope to catch you guys out in the woods. Alright guys, take care of yourselves.